Good morning, student. Yesterday, some step of physical exercise was shown. Along a study, you can do some physical exercise at home. Along with your developing writing skill, reading skill, we can perform some physical activities at home. You can avoid unnecessary use of mobile phones, unnecessary watch of TV, and in place of that, you can give some time to perform some physical experiment, and it will develop your analytical thinking. It will improve your understanding power. So today only I will give some introduction about instrument of labs. So let us start. So already we know that there is three part in science. The first one is physics, second one is chemistry, third one is biology. Let us see some instrument used in chemistry lab. Okay, so this is called glass straw. We can pick solution from out. It's called glass rod. This is used for stirring the solution, and this is test tube holder. This is our test tube to perform a chemical reaction. It is test tube. It is called test tube, and this is test tube holder. We can hold this test tube with the help of this holder, because during chemical reaction what happened, generally heat is generated, so it is not safe to catch this test tube by hand. That's why we use this holder to hold this test tube. In the test tube, generally we perform some chemical reaction. Let us see the other equipment also. This is called dropper. We can pick acid or base with the help of this dropper, and this is big dropper. This is simple dropper. This is called beaker. We have different size of beaker. This is called 100 ml beaker. We have 200 ml beaker. We have 250 ml beaker, used as per requirement. Okay. So this is called tripod stand. Generally, use of tripod stand is we put solution here. Suppose here we have solution, and we keep here, and we generally give heat here for heating purpose. For some reaction we need heat, so for that this tripod stand is used. Conical flask. We have different size of conical flask. This is generally 250 ml. The volume of this conical flask is 250 ml. Funnel. You know the use of this. This simple means we can pour solution with the help of this funnel. This is called burette. Very important titration we perform with the help of this burette, and this is called burette stand. Pipette. We generally straw solution, for example oxalic acid, with the help of this pipette. Okay, and this is used generally during titration. Already some basic instrument has been shown to you. Generally in chemistry lab, titration, we do the titration experiment, and we generally identify the salt. The two part of salt, one is acid radical, other is basic radical. So for analysis of salt, we used many reagents, different type of inorganic acid. Already you know, inorganic acid is also known as mineral acid. The mineral acid, we have two types, means two category are there. This is one of the dilute nitric acid, and this bottle is called reagent bottle. And we have another of type of acid, that is dilute sulfuric acid. This is dilute sulfuric acid, and this is hydrochloric acid, and all three are dilute. Again I repeat, dilute sulfuric acid, dilute nitric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid. These are dilute. Dilute means we have excess of water compared to amount of acid. This is concentrated sulfuric acid. In some reaction we have to use, or we need to use concentrated sulfuric acid. Already in classes, in theory classes, I told you that it has a corrosive nature. It will burn very badly. So while use this concentrated sulfuric acid, we have to be very careful. We have many type of reagent to perform some chemical reaction. This one is silver nitrate, one of the important reagent. This is ammonium chloride. This is sodium hydroxide. These are the weak base. Especially class 7 students, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to know this weak base. Ammonium chloride, one of the weak base. These are the reagent. And this is one of the important reagent, K4FeCN6. Okay, it is used to analyze the group. And we have other reagent also. For example, this barium chloride, it's one of the important reagent to analyze the acid radical or basic radical of salt. Already some mineral or inorganic acid has been shown recently. So here I am going to show you some organic acid. So this is one of the important organic acid, that is acetic acid, which is also called vinegar. We need this type of acid to perform some reaction. This is called benzene, one of important organic compound, benzene. You will get details in higher class. This is phenol. This is concentrated nitric acid. Name of salt. This is lead nitrate. Salt means, in salt are ionic compound. We have two parts in salt. One is metallic part, that is called basic radical, and other is non-metallic part, that is called acidic radical. Here acidic radical is nitrate and basic radical is lead. So to identify the unknown salt, we perform generally series of experiment with the help of reagent. Slowly we will do. So this is barium chloride salt. These are called mainly salt. We have lots of salt. Magnesium sulfate. This magnesium sulfate. We have chloride. This is sodium chloride. Calcium sulfate. We have copper sulfate. We have zinc sulfate. Many are there. This is oxalic acid. This is used for performing titration. This is ammonium carbonate. This is one of the important base, organic base. So these are the main salt used in chemistry laboratory. Later on, when you will do some experiment, you will get details. So let us see about some instrument used in physics lab. One important thing here. This is you can see solution of NO4. It is called potassium permanganate. The color is so beautiful. I can show you. This is the color. Okay, this is used for titration. And while doing titration, I will make separate video. Okay, for titration we need mainly three chemicals. One is potassium permanganate. This solution of oxalic acid. You can see your name is written, solution of oxalic acid, and we need dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, and This is digital weight meter. Sometimes we need to measure amount of oxalic acid, amount of potassium permanganate. Okay, so we need digital weight meter. Thermometer, sometimes temperature. We have to measure the temperature. Okay, while doing titration also temperature measurement is needed. This is called galvanometer. It is used in physics lab, physics experiment. Galvanometer is a device which detects the current in a circuit. Current is there or not, we have to find it with the help of galvanometer. This is prism. We generally measure angle of deviation. This concept is higher related to class 10 and class 12. Class 11. In class 8 or 10, I think there is a chapter light. Class 7 also. This is transparent. Transparent means light can pass through it. Important phenomenon take place here when light pass through the glass slab. The direction of light is changed, and this phenomenon is called refraction of light. So we generally measure the refractive index of glass slab in physics laboratory with the help of glass slab. This is lens. Okay, we have some experiment regarding lens also. We have two type of lens. One is concave, other is convex. This plane mirror. In plane mirror, what happens? Reflection of light is take place. Reflection means when light falls on glass in back side, color coded is there. Light reflect from this plane mirror. An image is formed. Image means we can see our face. And this is magnetic compass, is used to find the direction of magnetic field. For example, you all know that in bar magnet we have two poles. One is north pole, other is south pole. We don't know which pole is there, but due to Earth's magnetism, the magnet is always aligned towards north and south. But with the help of this magnetic compass, we can find which one is north pole and which one is south pole. Suppose here magnetic lines are showing inside. So inside means this is south pole, and here magnetic lines are showing outside, means this is north pole. Generally magnetic fields are generated from north pole and enter into south pole. Okay, so north pole, this also north pole. So there is a repulsion force. That's why it is showing in outside direction. It's shown in inside direction. So bar magnet, with the help of bar magnet, we can perform 2-3 experiments. Okay, so we can find the which one is north pole, which one is south pole. We can find the angle between magnetic meridian and geographic meridian. Lots of experiments are there. Even we can perform in physics. We have Ohm's law kit that we can find the amount of unknown resistance. The potentiometer also. Potentiometer and meter base are used to measure unknown resistance accurately. So we have different type of microscope also. You can see microscope. This microscope, we can see the microscopic object with the help of microscope. So these are litmus paper. They are also called indicator. Litmus paper are used to identify the substance, acidic or base. And we have many equipment regarding biology also, different type of chemicals. Slowly in different video I would like to share. So मैं आप लोगों को इतना रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अभी क्लासेस बंद है तो खुद को बिजी रखना है, हैबिट्स खराब नहीं करना है. जितना बिजी रखोगे उतना ब्रेन डेवलप होगा, उतना आपको माइंड एक्टिव रहेगा, उतना हैप्पीनेस रहेगा. नहीं तो आदमी लोग डिप्रेशन में चला जाता है. ओके, सो मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ, पढ़ाई का साथ साथ हेल्थ में ध्यान देना है. फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज करना है, घर का आसपास छोटा मोटा कुछ काम होगा घर में वो कर सकते हो. फिर कुछ लेबोरेटरी एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म कर सकते हो। मैं एक दो वीडियो में शेयर करूँगा आप लोगों को, कुछ कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट आप घर में करके देख सकते हो। एंड घर में कुछ छोटा मोटा किसी अगर कुछ फिशरी है तो मछली पकड़ सकते हो। डैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट, और आप उसमें भी एक एनर्जी मिल सकते हो। और एक बात है कि जैसे खुश रहना है, यू हैव टू बी हैप्पी। मन में कभी भी अपसेट नहीं होना है, मन का अंदर से कभी नेगेटिव एनर्जी भरने नहीं देना है। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, कभी भी नेगेटिवली नहीं सोचना होता है, कभी भी नहीं सोचना है कि कुछ खराब टाइम है। एवरी मोमेंट मस्ट बी गुड इन लाइफ। और मैं आपको एक बात शेयर करता हूँ, मैं खुद भी फील किया कि हम लोग का इम्यून पावर, इम्यूनिटी पावर, आप अंदर से खुश रहने से भी इम्यून पावर डेवलप होता है। स्माइल भी, मतलब हंसना भी है थोड़ा सा, तो उसमें क्या होता है कि आप लोगों का इम्यून पावर भी डेवलप्ड होता है। मैं कहीं ना कहीं एक आर्टिकल में पढ़ा था कि आदमी अंदर से अगर खुश होता है, अंदर से अगर पॉजिटिव होता है, तो उनको कोई भी नेगेटिव एनर्जी हम पर नहीं कर सकता है। तो आज के लिए इतना ही है। थैंक यू, बाय बाय।